Indoor cycling, Zwift, racing, parenting. We cover those and all of our hopes and dreams in between. Welcome to the Talk Dirty to Me podcast, an entertaining look into the lives of everyday people trying to achieve virtual cycling glory from our basements and garages from around the world. This podcast is rooted in Zwift and has evolved into found friendships, fitness, health, and a little sprinkle of humor. This may be one of the only podcasts where a little heavy breathing shouldn't scare you away, because we're riding our bikes while we're recording it.
So you may notice some of us are in different clothing.
What?
Probably not me. I don't know.
I've been wearing the same thing since Wednesday.
Absolutely. We wanted to give Greg a chance to weigh in on a couple things because we all know Greg is very techie as well. So, all right. So tell us, firstly, what are you running as far as the setup?
So right now, I'm on a Tax Neo 2T. Bike on. I have a little made-up wheel block for my front wheel that I made out of wood.
I was just say elaborate on that. Not just made up; it's made by you.
Yeah, I made it. I posted. I was very excited to have made it. I posted it into the channel at one point, but it's basically just a piece of shelving, like half-inch flat wood that I've cut down. It's about, I don't know, about a foot wide, just over a foot tall. And then I cut the bottom to be curved like a wheel, so it'll sit in a wheel riser or like a Sturzo or something like that. And then I've got some brackets of 2x4 a little bit higher up, sort of bracing it and then sort of holding it steady. And then I put a like a truck through axle mount, like something you would put on the bed of a pickup truck to secure your mountain bike. I've got that screwed into the top of it, and then it attaches to my front. And that's my front wheel. I did it so that I can get my bike closer to my setup. So, because the wheel diameter kept pushing me back, and I wanted to be right up next to my fans. The fans that blow air at me.
Yeah. Now, what's the rest of your setup?
Man, how much detail do you want? PC? Yeah, okay. So I run on a PC. It's my work PC at the moment. I'm trying to build a new one for just Zwift, but it's a 3-screen beast. I got 2 screens over on the Zwift side. So I got this one with Discord and video and stuff like that. And then right down below that is my Zwift screen where I can see me riding. Let's see, I've got a video camera, Logitech C920. And there, I recently got a Rode pod mic. Pick your knockoff single-piece boom arm for the mic. Let's see. You want heart rate monitor info?
Yeah, give us that, because we talked about that too, yeah.
Okay, sure. I used a Garmin strap, Garmin HRM, for a really long time. And mine was just an Ant streamer. I needed Bluetooth because I was traveling, and I couldn't bring my Ant dongle for reasons that don't make sense now, but made sense at the time. Anyway, I bought a Polar HR1 or OH1. It's just a optical strap. I love it. It's rechargeable. I throw it on my charger twice a week. I wash the strap every week or so.
Did you hear that, Drew?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I know.
Do you want to know why we're accentuating that, Greg?
Drew made some comment in the chat that indicates that he's in the doghouse on this one.
Yeah.
So Drew has a ticker fit that the strap is probably more white than it is black.
Especially after yesterday's TTT that I didn't wash it from.
Yeah. See, I bought the cheapest one available on Amazon at the time, and that was the orange strap. And it's got like a can see it's got like kind of a heathered look to the thread.
Yep.
So the sweat hides much better.
I was going to say, I need to invest in one of those straps.
Yeah, so I don't know how disgusting it is, but I will also make the observation that when it comes out of the wash, it's so much more pliable and soft than it was before it goes in.
A little stiff when I first put it on, but you know what? The sweat from today will loosen it. It'll be comfortable again in a matter of a few minutes.
I had to ask Kelso. I was like, how much MRSA do you think's on that strap, Kelso?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did he offer an observation? Did he offer a guess? Hazard a guess?
He did not give us like microorganisms per deciliter or anything like that.
Very good.
Yeah. I thought you were running a Scotch for some reason.
No. Good guess, but
Polar.
it's the Polar with the sweet orange strap. It's probably
now,
the
the one
comical
that has
orange
the little
strap that threw you.
Is it the one that has a little pod that you pop off to charge it?
Yeah.
Is it like that? Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing, I mean, I don't use this feature, but it comes in a little kit that has, it's got a goggle strap so you can put it on your temple if you're riding or swimming. And I have swum a lot in the past. I like it very much. I haven't. I mean, COVID murdered that for me, but and I haven't really gotten back to the pool. But at the time, I told myself, yeah, I might use that. But it's still nice to have, and it'll record. If you double press, it'll record your heart rate for, I don't know, something like up to 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
And then when you plug it into your computer next, which you can do, it will upload that. I think you can broadcast it too.
I just recently got the Polar Sense, which is, I think,
Yeah,
maybe the same but updated.
yeah, it's the newer version.
And it's got the little pod.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm sold on the charging mechanism yet, because it seems like I'm going to lose that little.
This little guy,
Yeah.
I just keep it right next to, like, I got a little section of my bike zone that is like my SRAM,
SRAM stuff.
my Axis charger,
Charging station.
this thing, basically. And then I've got a single USB micro B, whatever, the little one that plugs into the SRAM charger, which also charges my Garmin and my little USB, or not, my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and all that crap.
Yeah.
So they all live together.
In harmony, next to the bananas from
More or
last week.
less. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway, I should say I did start life on a Kicker, what is now a Kicker 4, I guess, or a 5, whatever, the 2018 Kicker. I like that very much. I switched to the Tax because it was incredibly cheap when, what's that company? Clever Training was going out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried it out and I like it because I don't ever have to worry about calibrating it, which doesn't really matter too much because I use cranks for Swift crank power, but for training, I would find that if I was off calibration in Trainer Road, it was painful. So, or incredibly easy. Anyway.
And you don't need power for that either, right? It's self-powered.
Correct.
So for travel, that's like ideal.
Yeah. If I left my power brick, it would not bother me.
But
It's
you
harder to
you don't
carry
get
around.
the road feel, right? If you don't have power.
Correct. I think that's right. They may have changed that in the 2T or the 2, whatever. But road feel, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting,
Meh.
but it's not a necessity.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice gimmick.
Yeah.
It changes things up on really long rides. But I wouldn't have spent extra money to get it.
Yeah. And for those who aren't familiar, road feel is basically whenever you're riding on cobbles in game, it replicates that into your feet, so you feel it.
It adds like pulses of resistance into the flywheel, which is
amazing to think about. But
yes, the first time it happened, I thought my trainer was broken. It was like, I don't know, my second ride, and I was like, oh my god, because it feels very similar to how the Wahoo kicker feels when its bearing is dying, which I've been through twice.
Oh boy.
That's a true kicker fan right there. Twice.
Oh yeah, I'm on my third warranty kicker. That was another reason I considered when I jumped when the price was so low on the Neo. So I was like, my kickers last about 12 to 14 months, so I'm gonna buy a backup.
Well, and the Neo was the trainer of what UCI Worlds last time, right?
Yeah.
The esports worlds, I should say.
Sure. UCIE.
Yeah. All right. Well, so the other question we asked was your desert island tech, one piece. So give us your thoughts.
All right, I got a couple of clarifying questions.
Okay. Shoot.
Is any good lawyer?
The lawyer wants to know the fine print. Do I have the ability to charge said tech on the desert island?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a solar array.
Okay. All right. Okay.
With whatever connector you need.
All right. And how big is my desert island?
Tonga.
Okay. All right. I can live with that.
Without the volcano.
Sure. So I mean, I'm a little torn. One of them would be. All right. So here are the two that my first guess, and then when I thought about it, this is what I would probably pick instead. Normally, I would say my trainer, just because the Neo doesn't need power, so I can put it up anywhere.
Yeah.
I can put it right on the beach. I can put it in a cave. I can put it under some trees for some shelter. Who cares? And I'm presuming I have my bike on it, but not a wheel.
That's a big presumption.
I know.
Okay, we'll go with it.
So then I thought, I don't know how exciting it would be to run or to ride my bike, to stay healthy, or how helpful that would be long term. So then I thought it could probably be my Garmin watch, because I could get runs in to stay fit. I could get walks in to stay fit. I could track my heart. I could track, HRV roughly, and get an idea of how rested or not rested I am. So if the purpose is to stay fit, maintain health overall, I've got a Forerunner 245. I like it very much. It's not too big. Gets the job done. Battery lasts over a week. I think that's probably what I'd take. That's a tough call, but yeah.
That's a good insight, because both Kelso and Drew went with the Apple Watch.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And now that you say that, I realize that my choice was invalidated, because yours was much better, because it can do all the things that mine potentially could do. I just said the iPhone, and yours can do more, actually, because it can track your heart rate.
Yeah.
The iPhone can't.
I was saying, how long until they put like a little sensor or something like that on a phone? What is it with the thumb? They can take like a rough estimate of your pulse if you put your finger over the camera, right?
Yeah. They had that, and then the phones messed it up by moving the flash farther away from the lens of the camera. And so they got less accurate.
Right.
Everybody's still working on it, because what a big sell.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you're saying that you can estimate your pulse based on like facial flushing?
No, you take like your thumb, you put it over the camera.
Oh, over your thumb.
Yeah.
It used to be when
transillumination.
Yep.
Yeah. And they would give you like a rough pulse ox and everything.
Yep. It was, I mean, accurate within 5 beats a minute.
5-10%.
Yeah.
We didn't solve Drew's conundrum, however, about
What's that?
being able to listen to music
Yeah.
while you're exercising.
The
on
Apple
said
Watch
device.
doesn't have like a little speaker on it. It does, because you can talk like on the phone with it,
Sure.
but it doesn't have the ability to like project music loud
Sure.
enough that I can hear it. So that was where the iPhone was superior.
And I think your phone, I mean, your watch, Apple Watch can pair with Bluetooth headphones, but then
Yep.
that's the second piece of tech.
Yep. And that's not on the desert island with us.
Breaks the rules.
It's not on Tonga.
Tonga explodes.
Maybe it just sinks to the bottom.
Yeah.
You can't sink an island, though, because it is the bottom.
I mean, yes.
This is the real deal podcast. This is what the people come for. The scientific exploration.
Explain Atlantis then, scientist. Don't tell me
Which
that
one?
didn't happen. I read
DC
about it on the
version?
internet.
The internet told me that it's true, so it has to be. They don't lie.
Oh, no. I've gone blurry. Okay.
Okay. Did you move too much?
I did. My camera is sluggish, just like me this morning.
Yeah.
Well, so now I think it's time for Greg's weekly segment. So lead us in, Greg.
Thank you. We return once again this week to Tiago Takes, which is Hot Takes with Tiago Barrera. You'll recall last week we primarily covered, I think it was maybe like the 19th time that Tiago said everybody needs to drink a little bit less water, or a lot less water, and probably drink Mountain Dew instead. We're not going to rehash that debate. Instead, this week, Tiago declared that Ozark, the third season of which was recently released, I believe, was fourth
Fourth
okay.
season.
My apologies. I'm behind, but that's okay. I mean, I'm behind on Ozark. Tiago declared that after a couple episodes of season 2, it was meh, and he stopped watching. And I think there was an uprising at the time, but it bears highlight and discussion. Because I think Ozark is apparently a fan favorite among the Eat Dirt community, but also a critically acclaimed show with pretty good acting and solid writing.
Yeah.
And also, I wouldn't say that season 2 is the point at which it starts to break down. But
If at all.
if at all, correct.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts or discussions, gentlemen?
So you have not seen season 3.
Correct.
Okay. So we'll try and keep it spoiler free here,
Sure.
as we always will. But yes, just the thought. I mean, I'm trying to think of an analogy. You know, this is like the very hipster. Oh, I liked it before it was cool, but now people like it, so I'm going to hate on it.
Yeah.
Not that
Sure.
Tiago is hipster, but I digress. Anyway,
It's not the accusation.
yes, I mean, Ozark is a fantastic show. If anybody hasn't seen it, you should watch it. It is really, really good. And it's just hilarious because, you know, it's like without any thought, he just says, man,
Yeah.
what?
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, it came out. Let's start watching it. Yeah. And then Tiago just, once again, Tiago just jumps in and says, it's not that good. Started sucking in season 2. I'm out. So,
Mic drop.
well done keeping us on our toes, as ever, Tiago.
Drew, what are your thoughts?
I started watching it, got mostly through season 1. And then just as any parent would be able to tell you, something with parenting got in the way. And I actually
You mean
just
your
have never-
hour of free time per day did not allude itself to
did not
watching the
permit
show?
me to watch Ozark. And I haven't had the opportunity to get back to it. So this is actually the perfect.
Well, once you
Perfect
finish
opportunity.
watching all the Marvel movies on Saturday mornings,
Yes.
maybe you can pick it back up.
So we got Thor tomorrow morning. And
So, for reference here, what was that, like a month ago? Drew said
yeah, maybe a month
he's
and a half
never
ago.
seen the Marvel universe,
Yep.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Never seen. Seen
And-
pieces of it. I've seen, some of
Iron
the
Man.
movies. Yep.
Yeah, it's the original, the OG.
Yep.
And we have a Saturday tradition where some of us get together and ride Zone 2 for
Yep.
long hours. And it's kind of
Early.
perfect time to catch up. Yeah, early in the morning. And it's the perfect time to catch up on TV or whatever media you may have missed out on that week.
Yeah.
So we told them, start from the beginning, watch chronologically.
Yep. Disney Plus is kind enough to offer one timeline. You guys were able to fill in the blanks and offer, the rest of the advice. And,
So you're on Thor now?
I'm on Thor. Yeah, I just watched Iron Man 2 last weekend. So,
Thor is
Taking
okay,
everything.
but I wish you Godspeed through Thor 2.
yeah.
Really? You didn't like Thor 2?
Not
What?
I mean,
Without spoiling it, what was it? It was the wig, wasn't it?
it's his stupid blonde eyebrows.
That's the
No.
first one.
I thought he had him in the second one too.
I think they got darker.
All right, fine. It's fine. Here, hot takes with Greg. It's kind of meh overall. Look, it's a competent movie. It tells the story from start to finish. It's not overtly predictable, but it just didn't excite me.
Yeah.
And I was worried. I love Thor from the comics, like one of my favorite characters. The directions that's gone over the years, and so I was very sad and worried that Thor was going to get, we'll say, suboptimal treatment in the cinematic universe. Which is why when Ragnarok came out, I peeled with delight.
I was going to say, did your viewpoint change? Because
Oh yeah,
now Thor is like, I think
Thor's
it's coming
fun.
to its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to
Thor's
spoil.
fun.
I think that's been my favorite
No,
part
no.
so far of watching all of them is just the reactions of everybody else. It's like, oh yeah, so I'm watching, the cinematic universe. And I'm up to this one. Oh yeah, no, great. And okay, now I'm watching this one. Oh well, everybody's
Well,
got
I
an
mean,
opinion.
when you have a timeline of 20 plus movies,
Right.
Yeah.
somebody's going to have a favorite. You know what I mean?
And I should also be clear, no one is suggesting that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the height of cinema or
I am.
movie storytelling.
I am.
I won't put that flag in the ground.
I'll stand by that.
They are good,
Martin Scorsese
but
calling you out.
no. But MCU, that is a collection of several movies that consistently deliver
Yeah.
in good storytelling, and it's like a I don't know, social literacy thing at this point.
Right.
Many people have seen these films, and they provide a lot to talk about. So, I don't know.
Well, and it seems like at
Well
least
done.
once per year, you're like, hey, did you see the insert newest Marvel
Yeah,
movie?
Right. The new Marvel.
And I think there's groups of people that are into it, right? There's
Yep.
Yeah,
what I would consider the true nerds,
Yep.
Sure.
which
Comic
I'll throw
bookies.
myself in that hat.
yeah. The guy's
Ooh.
concerned if Thor's going to get the treatment he deserves.
The guys who still have the comics, you know?
Yes, yeah. I busted them out to show some to my son.
Yeah.
And I started reading the pages, and it was a Batman comic, and then I got to a scene where I don't even remember what's happening. Joker's involved. There's blood everywhere, and I was like, we're gonna save these for a few years. And my wife was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "No, don't worry. We'll come back to this."
This little guy? No, you don't need to worry about this little guy.
Yeah. It was like late '80s, early '90s, dark Batman.
Yep.
I put that back.
Is that when Frank Miller was on it? Or he just did a couple run.
I think, yeah,
Like
it was
the
after
Dark
Frank
Knight.
Miller, but it was, I don't know. Batman comics are violence.
They are.
Be
There's no
advised.
guns from him. No. But we're
still good.
digressing into the DC universe now.
I was going to say that's a whole other podcast episode, isn't it? Like MCU versus DCU.
Talk about standing on a hill here. You ready? Plant my flag. DCEU,
No,
drastic
it's
failure.
not good.
Yeah.
I DC Comics overall haven't had a good direction. I don't read the comics directly anymore. I mean, I stopped sometime. I don't know, high school probably, but I
High
still
school.
follow stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
The
I
storyline.
didn't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So there's those of us who are nerds who have been with the comics forever and are excited about tiny little Easter eggs in every movie. And then you got people like my wife who never read the comics,
Yep.
but
Came to it as an adult.
I mean, whether it was because she was being a supportive wife or whether she was truly interested, she watched them with me. And now, I remember when we saw, I want to say it was Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War. She was pregnant with our son. We're at the movie theater. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We have an entire large pizza to split, right? Because that's the kind of theater we have here. And she is simultaneously eating a piece of pizza and crying. Just complete waterworks. And these guys look over at her. And she's like, I am pregnant and hungry. And this is 10 years of my life. So don't you judge me.
It's an emotional release.
I was so proud as a husband. I was like, if you weren't already pregnant, oh man.
Yeah, we have a lot of my students watch it. They watch the series, like the whole universe. So it's always funny to me when people are like, oh, well, I'll tell you about it, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm like, it's already been spoiled. My students take care of that, whether on purpose or by accident. Oh, mister, did you see the new whatever? I'm like, no, I didn't. Oh, okay. How about you? Did you see it? Oh, great. Did you see it? But right in front of me. And I'm like, there goes that. Okay.
This is quickly shifting into moments that highlight the MCU, but I'm going to allow it because this is like one of my
so great.
If you put like things that Dodd likes to do, sorry, I just refer to myself in the third person. It's fine. It's like ride his bike at 4 a.m., talk endlessly about Marvel movies. I could go all day. Captain America.
Ooh.
it's all right.
Hey.
Now the question in our
He had
house,
the best movies.
I'll throw this one out there and we can maybe move on. We'll see. The question in our house is, who is your favorite Marvel Universe? Chris.
Oh,
Chris.
So,
yeah.
meaning, and Drew, you haven't gotten there yet.
Nope.
You have Chris Hemsworth,
Yes.
Chris Pratt, and Chris Evans, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The trifecta, if you will.
Yep.
Offer up your
Pratt.
Pratt.
Yeah. Yes.
And
I was getting through Parks and Rec when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. So I already liked him very much. And then Guardians of the Galaxy was so fun.
It was.
And the second one was also incredible. So I appreciate the surprise. I appreciate his levity and lack of seriousness at several occasions.
I think the sleeper character from those movies is Drax.
Yeah.
Dave
Drax, very
Bautista.
good. Yeah.
His like deadpan delivery of
His literal
dry.
interpretation
Yeah.
of everything. Yeah.
I too am extraordinarily humble. It's one of my favorite lines.
So again, like another example, I've seen that movie, but not in the context of the whole universe.
Yeah.
When it
Well,
came
I
out,
think-
so my brother-in-law's a big fan of the MCU. And when they would come out, he would watch and be like, oh, you guys, say to my wife and I, you guys got to watch this. This is a great one. We'd be like, okay, whatever. We watch it and I'd get a kick out of it and be like, yeah, I should really start getting into this. I never did.
And I think Guardians is one of those movies where it is completely standalone
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
because up until that point they hadn't explored the like space part of Marvel.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It all
Galactic
been Earth
Marvel.
related. Yes, Galactic Marvel.
Galactic Marvel.
And then I'll say another completely fanboy moment for me was Tom Holland. I mean,
Yeah.
Sony had ruined Spider-Man so many times.
Yeah.
And
I think the number of times was
5,
7, 6.
I think it was 5.
Okay.
Because there was 3 with Toby, and then 2 with
there was only
Andrew
2?
Garfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, when they remade them with Andrew Garfield, I was like, what? I figured they made 3, I presumed, because I stopped paying attention. I was so upset.
Now, I will say I thought Andrew Garfield was better than Toby.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
fine. The storytelling in the first Spider-Man, in Andrew Garfield's first Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, is unbelievably bad. It just jumps around.
Well,
And you're like introduced to relationships, and you're like, how do these people know each other or care about each other?
they presume
Are
that
they
you had
kissing
seen
right now?
previous.
Oh, they presume that you've read the comics already.
That's true. That's also true.
I don't know. I
Dangerous
was
presumption.
irritated.
Tom Holland, I'm going to go out on a limb, is Spider-Man to me. He
Yeah.
is Peter Parker.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Bar none.
Interesting. And
So
that's
when you get
another one.
there-
I'm going to run into those problems because I don't think those are on Disney Plus yet. They're not owned by Disney.
That's correct.
And I would say they are worth buying on
Yeah.
Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
He's renting for the morning.
Give them the rent.
Interesting.
I mean, for goodness sakes, my son's name is Parker for that reason. I'm not kidding.
Because Peter Parker.
Because of Peter Parker.
All right.
I wasn't going to name him Peter. Not that there's anything wrong with Peter, but just
You got to be unique. Got to be, make it your own.
yeah.
So I got a lot of viewing
Otto.
ahead of me.
Otto Octavius was already taken, so in the family. There's
Wow.
there's so many. Drew, I can't wait till you get to the newest movie. Greg, you've seen the newest Spider-Man, the one that just came out.
No. I have to. It's
Yeah.
on my list.
You understand the premise, though, right?
Yes. I'm very excited for that.
I'd say they handled that the best out of any like multi-universe.
Yeah.
It was very
Okay.
well done. I
It's
thought.
excellent. Yeah.
But anyway,
And now we're just talking about Marvel movies.
we're going to need a separate podcast for this, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, we may have to clip the final 25 minutes of this episode.
I don't think so. We should start a weekly segment of Drew's reviews.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ooh.
Give you guys my take on
What'd
the-
you watch? How'd you like it?
Yep.
I think we should. That'd be fun,
Yeah. I'd tune in weekly for that.
right?
If it gets more popular than Tiago takes, though, we're going to have a discussion.
I just start taking notes during my Saturday morning long ride. Okay.
Yeah. We
Make
expect
sure
a
I
full
mention
page
this
at least.
in the review. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
this actor-
Continuity error at 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that Drew
Storyline
was a script
gaps.
supervisor.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll end it. Even though, again, I would love to talk about Marvel for the rest of the day. And
Sure.
we still
We
have.
do owe one mention of the Dirt Monthly Fitness Challenge. Keep forgetting it. We promised Jose we
Yeah.
would mention it.
Yeah, shut up already, Jose.
He'll
In
come in.
the
And,
main Dirt server.
he'll come in and defile your couch. Careful.
It's fine.
Yeah, in the main Dirt server, there's the Monthly Fitness Challenge. I think we're back to planks for January.
Wrapping up planking. Yeah.
Yep.
They're working on what's going to be in February.
Yep. The vote is up. Actually, I don't even know what it is.
It's. I think when I checked, leading was
Better not be burpees.
rowing. See, I'd rather do burpees, but that's just me.
I just don't want to do as many burpees as I can until I die.
Here it is. This month, burpees, rowing, dips, dead hang, push-ups, pull-ups, or a 1 mile run. And the parameters are burpees within 2 minutes, rowing for time for 1,500 meters, dips in 1 minute, a dead hang until failure, push-ups in 2 minutes, pull-ups in 2 minutes, and a 1 mile run per time.
I didn't realize dead hang was on that list.
Yeah.
I could do that.
But so here's the thing. Is it a bent arm hang? So you hang like this? Or is it a dead arm? I mean, I could hang like a
straight arm.
I could hang like a koala for a while.
You always want a little bit of bend in your elbow so you don't throw off your shoulders. But
don't need anybody dislocating the shoulder.
Ergonomics is key.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know, I could do a lot of push-ups.
So I can't remember what month. I think it was November. They had the pull-up challenge.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things.
I'm just not
For whatever reason, we all have our gifts. Pull-ups are semi-easy for me. No, I wouldn't say they're easy. Just
go on.
I was blessed with a strong back. Let's just say that. Yeah. And but it was still a challenge. I mean, doing I did like 600 something pull-ups that month. And it was just breaking it down into like sets of 10, sets of 12, whatever. But like every day.
I feel like pull-ups is that one thing that most people are like, I wish I could be better at. Because it looks cool to be able to snap off 10 pull-ups in a row and make it look easy.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's so versatile. You can do it anywhere.
Anywhere.
And it works, talk about a good little pre-beach pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gym tan laundry, baby.
Yeah, pull-ups. Pull-ups do more for you to show off than push-ups.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gets the gets the biceps pumping.
Oh, yeah.
And you could change your grips,
Yeah. Well, isn't it? That's the difference, right? Pull up, chin up.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Chin up is like this. Pull up is out.
Yeah.
So
I don't do chin ups at all.
My favorite variation is when I don't know what they call them. You pull up, and then you move your head from hand to hand.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Those are hard.
I don't know. When I was a climber once upon a time at the climbing gym, we called those flossers.
Flossers.
It's like they're pulling up, and then or corn on the cob is another one. Just the idea of your face moving back and forth.
I just imagine how many people are going to ask for a meme of that now. You and I doing that move. Just on repeat.
In my school, we have the chair with like the wide grip pull-ups. Those are tough. So it's kind of like a lap pull-down bar, but you do the pull-up wide grip out wide. Oh my goodness! How many kids sit there? I can't do it.
Good one.
Yeah, me neither can I. So,
so next week,
get on Dirts and vote.
Yes, get on there. It's a good challenge for just overall fitness because we all just kind of sit on the bike sometimes and rest on our laurels, if you will. Our chomps. That's what I call my butt. Chomps.
Okay. I'll let you have that.
He goes, okay.
Hey, Sir Chomps, how you doing today? Good, thanks.
Do you feed Sir Chomps? I shouldn't be asking, but
only bananas. Banana Fest 2022.
No.
It's coming.
That's fine.
Anyway, so next week, I'm sure he'd love us introducing him after that. Next week, we're going to have Chris Schwenker on from the Zombie Unique, from the Dirt Dad Fund. So we're going to get some insight from him because I think he's a unique voice amongst dirt. So forward to that. And until then,
heck of a Swift racer too. So.
Yeah, he is. Kicks my butt every week.
Yes.
We'll get there. But till then, enjoy your Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.